It's Monday, and I'm going to hit you on a Monday for a short one. The 24th of September. How is everyone doing? Hope you're well. I've gotten some questions in the last few videos, and I forget some questions. So if I forget to answer, I'm sorry. It's not on purpose. I keep it moving. To start off, I'll just show the last record I played last night. I had a gig with Sun Ambulance. We played with the band Send Medicine from LA. I didn't buy the record. I really enjoyed them live, but there was no point in me buying the record except to support them. But I think they're going to do fine, because I wouldn't listen to it much at home, but they were great live. They reminded me of Moby Grape, music from my childhood. But after the gig, I was playing some tunes, Roxy Music Avalon. A lot of people associate music with certain activities, and this is a romantic album for a lot of people, and they immediately think about that. For me, that it was never associated with that. It was just, for me, it's always been the music. This is a fantastic music album. The songs, the sculpting of the sound, Brian Ferry's voice, the main thing, and Take a Chance with Me. I love those songs, but back when I dated, I did not use music like people use it. I actually purposely went the opposite direction. Who did I play more than anybody else when I was getting busy? The Moody Blues. How's that? And that's the truth, okay? I don't accept the standard script that everybody follows, that I do, it's just for me, but it's me, it's what I want to do. I've listened to Loving the Alien by David Bowie, the 12-inch mix. I love this song, and I love David Bowie. Love David Bowie. Okay, so since my last video, I have dug in deeper into Orchestra of the Upper Atmosphere, led by Martin Archer. Now, possibly it was Martin who sent it to me, but I got a package a while back, maybe a year or two ago, and it included an album by the band Hornweb, which it turns out Martin Archer was a part of. However, when it came, I'm human, and it didn't connect, and so I don't think I have it. I might have traded it. But this really connects. This is very mysterious. And really deep. Those are the words I can use. It turns out there's a mixture of composition and improvisation here. This is fully adult. This is not rock and roll. This doesn't care at all about trying to appeal to a young audience. This is living art. That's the best way to put this. The same with the Eclectic Maybe Band. This is living art. These people, I'll include myself, like me, these people live and breathe the art in the music that they do. And it sounds like the musicians here have played together enough that their simpatico is really tight. They respond. It's beautiful, actually. That's a good word to put. Like this one creates an air of mystery at times and spaciousness. This is just a big, big landscape. And both of these I intend to listen to more and more. I know that they're going to reveal a lot more to me as time goes on. Right quick, I had the great opportunity of playing in Lincoln, Nebraska, which is about 50 miles from Omaha, over the weekend at a thing that is coming along like South by Southwest here in Omaha, I'm here in Nebraska, called Lincoln Calling. And I played with Egypt, reggae thing. But while I was down there, I got to go to Lefty's Records. I took him some of my merchandise. I was happy. Well, I always take merchandise with me, but I was happy to see in the record store that he didn't have any of my records. All the records I had, that I had in the store were sold. So I sold them some more, but basically used it for trade to get a couple of cool records that I didn't know about. I got this double 10-inch by King Crimson Live, called Uncertain Times. This is from their most recent tour. The first track, which is Red, is going to be coming out on a full-length album called Live in Mexico, and the other 3 are from 3 other sources of Live. This is dynamite. I love the artwork on the cover artwork too. This is fantastic. It really shows the enduring power of this band. It's a musician's enclave. The drumming on here is incredible. Ian McDonald on saxophone. He really pushes himself to do things that he doesn't know how to do, which is cool, to be that brave to let us hear it. This is incredible. King Crimson is a band for all times. I also didn't know this was out, but I picked it up when I saw it in the store there. John Hassell, brand new album, Listening to Pictures, Pentimento Volume 1. John Hassell is definitely a musical pioneer, and one of the pioneers of mixing world influences, ambience, electronics. Trumpet player. I have his first couple albums. Didn't know this was out. This is fantastic. The man is in his 80s, and people half his age have not caught up to him. This is very deep listening and wonderful, and it sounds very, very of the moment, modern, deep. Sounds like, it also hits me like something that, like a lot of his music, it will transcend time. John Hassell. Can I? Hancock, can you pardon me here? Yeah, there. Haslam Hassell. Yes, I had just a couple. Yeah. Highly recommend this. Highly recommend this. I will speak about Hardy Fox before I'm done. But just to show, yeah, I have Earthquake Island, his first album on Tomato, with some great players like Nana Vasconcelos, Miroslav Vitus, Dom Umurmao. Amazing. This one is kind of rare. Vernal Equinox on Lovely Music. Ambient, amazing. This is a Desert Island disc. There's the music he did with Brian Eno. Possible Music's Fourth World, Volume 1. Yeah, these are all highly recommended. Highly recommended. Dream Theory in Malaya, Third World, Volume Number 2. The dude is tough. Seriously. And then Akadabari Java. I like John Hassell. This just to show you what was next. Haters. Do you guys know who the Haters are? GX, Jupiter Larson, Noise, In the Shade of Fire. Black Energy Keeper was asking me, well, if you do... See, you know, I know I can be a little testy here, but that's because I'm human, okay? I appreciate everything, but it doesn't mean I have to like it, you know what I mean? I went through my dark period of understanding and getting to know what's going on with the darkness, okay? And I like noise and I like sound. So Coil is weird, okay? Their sickness is in their music, okay? And I'm a little crazy, but I'm not sick, okay? So I don't relate to that. The Recoil that he was asking about, the Alan Wilder, I have, let's see here, Roxy. Hang with me, folks, okay? Yeah, you know, because I was able to grab them cheaply. I have the Recoil by Alan Wilder. I'm not that, I think they're a little static. I keep them, but I don't play these much. Recoil. Which one is this? Don't see the title. I think it is just called Recoil. Probably the one I've played the most is this one. Hydrology. So I recognize this music, Hydrology by Recoil. And I have dark stuff. I still have Throbbing Gristle in my collection. I got rid of my White House. I still have some Nurse with Wound. Nurse with Wound strikes me not quite the same as Coil. David Tibet is a character. So I have to be in the mood to try to dissect what's going on with that music. But I appreciate, my appreciation is wide. It is. Reck and Zentrum, more electronic music. Nelson, I like this. I like what they do. I don't have enough of it. Then the next thing that came up in on the shelf was Red Crayola, Parable of Arable Land. Okay, classic psychedelia, classic. So on the Hardy Fox website, Hardy Fox is one of the residents. It's stated publicly that he wrote for the residents, but he's one of the residents. Apparently he has brain cancer and he is dying. They posted on his site as though he had already passed, and then more information surfaced. He is on his deathbed. I'm a huge fan of the residents, and I just want to say that I'll probably not do it here, but show my residence collection I have before. But I traveled to San Francisco by a Greyhound bus in 1982 to see the residents. I went there just for that reason, to see the Mole Show. It was only the second or third time they had performed in public since they had begun. And I was going to be there, and I was. And I'm glad I did. My name is in the second show. There is a videotape of the Mole Show from San Francisco, but it's the first night. Because the second night of the show, before the show, I met Penn Jillette out in front of the theater. And we got to yakking, and I told him I came all the way from Omaha, and he was, you know, blown away. And I got to sit front and center both nights. And so there's a point in the show where Penn is, as the announcer, gets tied to a wheelchair or something, and he calls out for help. And the second night, he called out to me, Dereck, because I was in the front row. So if anyone has a bootleg recording of the second Mole Show in San Francisco, you'll hear my name. So I'll speak about him again. And that's all I want to say this morning. Oh, I'm going to leave the politics alone.